What is up, guys? Welcome to a new video by Rider Infusion, here to hopefully infuse you guys with some good content yet another day. Kind of a dark and gloomy day here in beautiful Southwest Florida. And honestly, it's the perfect weather to go out and ride and talk about something that's been on my mind, and that is why a faster motorcycle could actually be safer. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what the heck is this guy talking about? Let me try to organize my thoughts here and try to put it into words as to what I'm thinking. Faster bikes need better brakes to slow them down, right? I mean, if you're going 180 miles an hour, 150 miles an hour, however fast you're going, you're on a fast bike, you're going fast, you need good brakes to slow you down. And as I'm talking about brakes, there's also the aspect of ABS being included pretty much on every sort of higher end motorcycle out there. There's linked braking systems included where, depending on the speed, depending on the amount of pressure that you apply to, say, your front brake, your rear brake will also apply simultaneously. So you're not just, you don't really have to worry about the rear brakes as much. You just go after your front and your rear will apply also. Handling on faster bikes is also better. Those bikes usually have a better steering dampening system installed or one altogether. And whereas, slow or cheaper bikes just don't have that. To tie into that, faster bikes that have a pretty hefty price tag or higher price tag also kind of come with more safety features like blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, traction control, where you can essentially floor pin your throttle, and you're not going to flip the bike back, you're not going to go into a wheelie. So there's a lot that faster bikes pack into the bike, which everything put together, like if you're able to slow down better, faster, easier than it is on a smaller, cheaper, slower bike, if your bike can handle better through the corners, through the bumps, you hit a little bump on the road, is that going to throw you into a tank slapper, or is that going to maintain, is your bike going to maintain control? And being on the road, a certain situation comes up to where you're thinking, man, if only I could just accelerate fast enough through here and get in front of, say, that person, then that would be a safe spot to be in terms of what's going on with traffic at that moment. And on a slower bike, everything's delayed. You have to, knock it down a few gears, kind of pin your throttle a little bit more, and eventually it gets to where, you want to get to. But when you're surrounded by cars and vehicles and impatient drivers, people, when they see an opportunity at, oh gosh, bikes, motorcycles trying to pass me, well, I'm going to speed up and I'm going to, not let them through. You get into situations like that. But when you're able to pass someone fast enough in some situations where it's safe enough, it all kind of boils down to that faster bikes are safer. Also, can we just appreciate how beautiful it is riding on these backcountry roads here? It's so relaxing here. Hardly any cars. Okay, I just saw a car. As soon as I said it, there's a car. Hardly any cars. It's so nice. It's so nice riding on these backcountry roads, man. I've been filming a lot of my recent videos, like through town, through city streets, and yeah, I guess I kind of need that, if I'm talking safety and trying to point out stuff that I think you should watch for when you're riding, whatnot. But this is a nice change of pace. Very nice change of pace. Very relaxing. This guy's a little bit too relaxed, driving a little too slow. Okay, I'm getting carried away. People associate fast motorcycles with danger. People associate fast motorcycles with, non-safe related things. When someone thinks of just a fast bike, they're like, man, that's dangerous, Just wait till he gets in an accident. I think the most important thing with having a fast bike or a faster bike is responsibility, being mature enough to be able to control your emotions, to be able to control that throttle. I think that fast bikes are genuinely safer on the road only when they are mixed in with a rider that is mature enough to handle that bike. Because if you're not that mature, you can't handle your emotions that well. You know, there's just going to be so many situations in which temptation will arise, and it's so easy to fall into that trap of just pinning that throttle and just passing everybody and going as fast as possible. Heck, I mean, it's fun. It's fun going fast. I'm kind of starting to like it less as I get older, but you know, going fast once in a while is great. It's nice. It's nice to feel that acceleration. I think that's important to point out. You know, you could toss my entire idea of fast bikes being safer into the trash, into the garbage, if you are young and dumb. Actually, you don't even have to be young. I mean, there are guys that are old or older that are still kind of stupid. They do things that are just not safe. They're not responsible. So that's kind of it, guys. Just something that's been on my mind, something I've been thinking about. And to add in to everything that I've already said, as I said a couple minutes ago, I've owned motorcycles, I've owned bikes that are like slower. Like, for example, I've owned a 2009 Suzuki Boulevard C50. I think I want to say it's an 800cc bike, but you know, it's like, you can't really say it's slow, but I mean, it's, you know, it's a lot slower than, say, this 1000R that I'm on right now. But that bike, I can't tell you how many times I've been riding that motorcycle, and I've been thinking to myself, like legit, honestly, I've had these thoughts in my mind where I'm thinking, I don't feel safe. The bike is wider. I can't accelerate through to an area, to a spot if I have to, on ramps or whatever. Like, it's just a lot more delayed. The brakes on there, like, you know, your following distance needs to be greater, because if traffic comes to a halt, you need more time to stop, which is general good practice, but you know, it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes, you know, you could be maintaining good distance and someone's just going to slam on their brakes, and you got to be prepared for that. You got to be ready for it. Honestly, personally, always felt more comfortable, safer on bikes that have been faster. And I think it also boils down to kind of who I am as a person. I never really just go into something like full speed, like full send. I'm a very cautious type of guy. Any sport I've done, whether it be motorcycling, dirt biking, quadding, enduro riding, whatever it is, like anything that I've gotten into, unicycling, you guys should check out some of my videos on unicycling. Maybe I'll post a little clip right here. Yeah, that's me when I was a little baby. But anyways, anything that I've ever gotten myself into, I've always been cautious with whatever it is that I'm getting myself into. Like, there's just some guys out there that will hop on a 1000cc, you know, super sport, and they just, you know, like, they've never been on a bike ever before, and don't come back after a 10-minute ride and they're like, oh man, I just hit 150 miles an hour. What? Like, it's people like that like, yes, you need a slow bike. You cannot handle a bike that can go fast. You are going to end up either in the hospital, on the side of the road, or dead in your grave. But I think if matched correctly to the right person, and right person being someone that a little more level-headed in terms of being able to, you know, slowly over the years adapt your skill set to how you ride, and slowly try things as the years go by, you know, not fly at 150 miles an hour the first mile of your motorcycling ride. But if you have that, if you're mature enough and you can get yourself a fast bike, even if it's a leader bike, you know, that bike's going to have, more than likely, that bike will have, you know, really good brakes. That bike should handle good or well. And, you know, the bike can accelerate faster when you need it to. And all those things combined will make you a safer person on the road. Now, I could be wrong about all this. Maybe I have the wrong thinking. I don't know. Like I said, it's just something I've been thinking about the last few days and wanted to share with you guys. I would love to hear your opinions on this. You know, if you're watching this video and you think this is stupid, let me know. you know, let me know. I'd be curious to see what you guys think, and if you can see kind of where I'm coming from with all of this, with everything that I've said, and maybe it kind of makes sense to you too. I don't know. So think about it and let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Guys, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If you want more videos like this one where we just cruise, have fun, ride, and, you know, talk about random motorcycling stuff, well, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. Also make a lot of safety related content, so maybe that would interest you as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.